Okay, enough wasted time. It has been years and years of nothing but mediocrity. And I'm coming to the realization that the only thing that I can do is not to work for people, is just to be completely independent. And this is that endeavor. You know, we all come to a point in our lives where we have to continue to justify, or at least where we have to face the reality that we have to justify why it is we are doing what we are doing. You know, that there's a lot in life. When I first started writing, when I first started doing video blogs, I thought there was a purpose, a reason to do it. I was convinced that there's people who, because of the information they received, the messages they received, were not capable of meeting the demands and challenges of life, and because of that, were suffering greatly. I do not believe that anybody, and I mean anybody, has to go through life suffering, being tortured by life. And when you stand up and make that statement, you have to justify it with what's the alternative. And I'll be honest with you, for a while I had it, but it seems that for some odd reason my life has just been nothing but one crisis after the other. And I'm at a point where enough's enough. How many days of our lives are we supposed to turn over to this miserable life experience? I mean, I went to a job interview today, and I really don't expect anything from it. And I look at the world, and I wonder, why are things the way they are? Supposedly rational, intelligent, individuals should know better and should not engage in behaviors that cause them misery and hardship. The dilemma, of course, is it's God's universe. It's God's world. You and I are God's creation. When you're speaking of the issues of humanity, all the issues that face humanity, family, marriage, education, health, you ultimately come to the conclusion that you're talking about, or you are engaging, involving yourself in the domain of God. And if you're not happy with God, and I'm not, I'm gonna say it. You know, it's it's I've come to the point where, I mean, what else can I do? I went to college and I got a college degree. I've always tried to be the best employee that I can be. My greatest frustrations in the jobs that I have had is just people don't work. Things don't function the way they're supposed to function. And I thought I had found a little corner where I could call my own, but the last couple of weeks have been nothing but hell in the taxi business. And I don't know what God's trying to teach me, but enough's enough. I'm not going to suffer to make people rich. I don't know what I'm going to do for myself. I'm going to be able to feed myself, and that's an important issue. But you have to make a stance, and I don't want this to be nothing but dragging out. To me, everybody has the opportunity to have the life they want. I'm always going to be an individual that is going to promote that idea. And a lot of what we do to ourselves, I'm going to say it again and say it over and over again. Our failure to appreciate and enjoy what we have is a big part of our frustration and our pain and suffering. It's the dilemma of the glass being half empty or being half full. If you're torturing yourself because of the milk that is gone, and look at this thing stops working. I mean, even the computer is against me. But the point that I was making is that you, as a person, can be an optimist or you can be a pessimist. And it's great to want to be a doctor and get to be a doctor, but if you don't make it to being a doctor, you don't make it to be a lawyer or an engineer, whatever the case may be, you can still have a pleasurable life experience. And to me, it's important. It is just so correlated to everything else. Thank you for listening, and I wish you well.